welcome to my first monthly favourites video. I thought now that my blog is taking off I would do a more conventional video as well as the craft and arty sewing-y type videos. I'm already finding out why everybody does this in their bedroom because the fridge is buzzing and my cats keep interrupting which is really distracting, so I'm sorry about that. Next time I will try and do this in the bedroom with a white background and pretty fairy lights and some nice flowers in the background, so please bear with me while you just have to put up with all this mess around me, I'm afraid. Okay, today we've got fashion, we've got beauty, we've got crafts and we've got food, so quite a bit of a random mixture, and I shall start with beauty. I'm by no means a beauty blogger and I've only, because of blogging, got more interested in it. So recently I purchased eye makeup brushes. I got these in America actually, but I've just checked and you can buy them off Amazon. They're from EcoTools and this pack is £10, which I think is really good value. I don't know much about makeup brushes. I don't know the difference between really expensive makeup brushes and cheapy stuff, but to me this seems like really good quality. They are really soft, they are firm where they need to be, and in particular my favourite is this big one. I've never used a big eye makeup eyeshadow brush before and I'm loving it. It's just so quick and easy. You just have to quickly sweep over a base coat, and if you're in a hurry and all you've got time for is then a darker one on the outer corners and in the lids, then not in the lids, on the crease I mean, then you can do it with like pretty much 3 strokes of one brush. And I don't know why I didn't get one sooner. I'm a bit annoyed that I haven't. So there we are, there's my little tip if you're like me and haven't really explored or spent your money on makeup brushes. So that's my first thing. I shall move on to a bit of a weird one. I don't know if you're interested in crafting or not, but my favourite thing at the moment is calico, and the cat's just sat on it. I'm using calico a lot at the moment because, well, I call this Khaleesi costume season because every year I make Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. I make a similar costume to the one she wears in the first series when she's with the Dothraki, and at this time of year when everyone's getting their Halloween costumes, I find myself making loads of these, and I actually really love this fabric. It's really basic, really cheap, and I think it's underrated because people don't realise how nice it is, because when you get it off the roll it's quite starchy, it's quite stiff, doesn't drape very well, but you put it through the wash, and if you want to dye it you can soak it with salt or vinegar to really soften it up. And here's a piece I dyed earlier just from my garden, that's just using plants and things just to give it a really rough worn in look. So that's what the Khaleesi skirt ends up looking a bit like, although it's different every time. And then it really softens up, and I really love this fabric, and I've actually made a wedding dress with calico softened like this and dyed blue, and yeah, I just really love this fabric and I'm using it a lot at the moment. Also, not quite as interesting as Game of Thrones costumes, but I'm making basket covers, you know, these cheapy plastic crates. I'm making some covers to go over these to try and organise my sort of kitchen storeroom area. I like the natural colour, it's not like bright white and it's not too dull looking, it's just nice, just a basic nice fabric that I like. So there we are, that's that. Moving on to the fashion section, I've seen a lot of people on blogs and YouTube and things saying, oh, I don't know how to transition from my summer wardrobe to my winter wardrobe, and it's easy really, you just need one thing and it's called a cardigan. Sorry, that sounded a bit patronising, I didn't mean it to. Maybe everyone's not into cardigans, I don't know, but there we are. This has been my particular favourite in September. I've worn this a lot and I just bought it in the summer sale from Yumi. I think it was £6. And okay, it is a sort of summer thing because it's quite lightweight, and I've just realised it has sailing boats in the pattern. but I picked this up because it's just perfect for this time of year. I like the shade of blue, and I'm going to come up close to show you the buttons. So these are the buttons, which are so pretty. So they're all different and they're quite vintagey style. So when you're not sure whether it's going to be a warm day or a cooler day, you just take with you a cardigan and stick it on over the top if you need to. And this is one I bought in the summer but haven't worn yet actually, from Linty Bop. And I love this. I love it. Look, it's got pearl buttons all down it, which I really like, that sort of vintagey feel, and this sort of pattern on it. I don't know if you can see from there, but this colour is obviously a little more autumnal, and it's a bit warmer as well because it has real wool in it, and that's why I haven't worn it actually yet, because it's not really been that cold. So I probably shouldn't have put it in my September favourites, but I wanted to show it to you because it's really nice, and this colour is a bit more appropriate for the time of year. I expect I'll be wearing it a lot more in October, but so there we are, there we have it. It's cosy, it's lovely and warm, and it's quite a short length, so it's ideal to wear if you've got like 50s style skirts. It is too warm for it today though. I'm going to take it off again. So that's that. My next thing, I'm going to have to disturb the cat again because she's curled up on it. Sorry darling. Sorry. Okay. My next thing is my bag. Now I thought this was quite an expensive purchase, but I've just seen 2 videos from different people with the same bag in their latest haul or favourites, and it costs just £2,800, that's all. Not really my budget, and I thought this was expensive at £70. I've never spent that much money on a bag before, and I'm, to be honest, unlikely to again. But I have had this now for 5 years, and so I kind of feel it's had its money's worth. Yeah, I actually bought this on holiday in California at the Renaissance Fair, and we sort of had a bit of a holiday splurge, and that's why I spent more money than I would normally. But the lady was lovely, and she sort of seduced me into buying it really. But yeah, all handmade and really good quality, although admittedly it hasn't lasted the 5 years, but like I said, this has been my only bag, so I'm happy. I only swapped recently for the summer. If you've seen my weekly wardrobe pictures on my blog, you'll have noticed that throughout summer I've had this small leather handbag, well, shoulder crossbody bag, and I just found it too small. So this is my favourites because I've come back to it, and I love having a big bag where you can fit everything you need in, like your cardigan because you don't know what the weather's going to be like, and your umbrella and your camera and your notebook with your Christmas present lists and that sort of thing. It all fits. Now, to be honest, this is probably a temporary bag because it sort of had its day. The patchwork is coming apart in a lot of places, which is a real shame, and also the tassels are really badly tangled. I love the velvet, which is sort of in fashion at the moment, and I really like the wide leather belt type strap, which is just, it's comfortable. It's soft leather and it's comfortable, but it's sturdy, and I like the leather strap here as well. And the colours are perfect for autumn. So I'm sticking with this for now, but I am on the lookout for one that's just a little bit smaller and possibly a bit more structured as well. I can never find anything in here. It's just a bit flimsy, but I have loved it and I'm loving it now, so I'm just sticking with it for the time being, and that's why I've decided to put it in my September favourites. I'm including apples. Yep, apples. I think people forget about apples. It's the sort of thing you have when you're a kid, you have it every day in your lunchbox, and then you get a bit fed up with it as an adult. Anyway, I sort of have. But recently, well, mainly because our apple trees have actually had a really good harvest for the first time. I planted them about 6 or 7 years ago, and this year was the first year we've had a really good crop of apples, so I'm really pleased. We've got one Cox, one Granny Smith and 2 Bramley, and they've all done well this year. The big Bramleys, you just peel it and core it, chop it up and put it in the microwave with a bit of water, add a teaspoon of sweetener, mix it in, and then you've got quite a nice pudding. If you're on the health train at the moment and you want to try and stave off a chocolate fix, then a stewed apple is actually a really good way of filling a gap, and nice and quick to prepare as well. But if you can't quite kick that craving for chocolate, then our Cox apples are really small. I don't know, but they're really, really tasty. For my daughter's birthday party, I chopped a pile of these up and put them out with a bowl of melted chocolate, and they were dipping them in the chocolate and they were loving it. And of course, then you get your fruit. You can sort of kid yourself that that's a healthy snack, really. The camera just went off for no reason whatsoever, so sorry the angle suddenly changed. But well, what was I saying? Yeah, look out for freebies from people who have too many apples in their garden. They tend to just put them out in buckets by their driveways, so you might be able to pick up some apples for free, or if not, they'll be quite reasonably priced at farmers markets and things like that at the moment, because they are literally dropping off the trees. So finishing with a bit of a random thing, I bet you won't find another person with apples in their September favourites this month. But I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if so, please do subscribe and give it a thumbs up. That would really help. And I try to put up a video every Saturday, so hopefully I'll see you back here for more of those. And have a good week. I'll see you soon. Bye. There's just one more thing I have to add to my favourites, just a sort of little addendum, because it only just came in the post, and that's this picture here. It's from Printer Pics. I'll put the link below, and I have to say thank you because this was a gift from them. I uploaded my picture, which I took in Cornwall about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We had this lovely weekend away in the camper van. YouTube video to come soon. And this is a photo I took near Pendeen on the north coast of Cornwall. And here we are, I'll show you a better look. I'm really happy with it. I've never had anything printed from any of my photos before, not even a card, let alone a gorgeous canvas like that. So I am absolutely delighted. It really changes the look of our room. It really makes it sort of feel cozy and more living roomy. We haven't really done much art in this house, and I really like it actually. I'll sort of come out a bit. You can see I've got a pile of fabric as per usual on the settee. So you can sort of see it in context of the room. It's a really nice size. Yeah, I think that's the 12-inch square. So there are different size options. We went for square, but you can have rectangle, and there is also different sort of finishes and surfaces available. And yeah, I'm just really happy with it. So I just had to quickly add that onto the end of my favourites. And yeah, if you're interested in getting yours printed, then I'll put the link below. Sorry about that little unexpected addition to my September favourites. It was a really nice surprise. It came really quickly. It was really nicely packaged. And sorry, I'm going on about it now. So I'll just say goodbye again. Bye.